All right, guys, welcome to Trading with me, Bolton. We are not here to brag, but we're going to look at how we got them today and how you can do this without me and without anybody else. And that's what our channel's about. We draw lines and zones on charts, guys, and you can draw your own charts, and then you don't have to listen to me or anyone else. And you have a skill inside your head, knowledge that can never be taken away from you. I follow about 20 people on Twitter. We'll take a look at my Twitter in a minute, but I put the banger setups in the Discord for free. And today at 2 o'clock, I told everybody the spy was taking a dump, and I was trading live with a gentleman, and I told him he and I just got the puts, and he said he sold them and took his profits, and I said do it again if it goes below my zone. It was pushing below this zone right in here, which is about 493, and so I told him if it goes below that zone, that oh, where are we at in the Discord? That it's going to drop like a rock to the next zone, which is 491. And I told him the entry point, 492.66, because that was just below this zone. See right here? If you look over on the right over here, as I'm moving my cursor, you can see it. 492.66 is just below the zone. And so let's zoom in on that right in there. And I said if it goes below the zone, and I gave him the entry point, and it did a spike. Okay, fine. So we gritted our teeth for 10 minutes. And then it paid hard, man, and we were not in for the rebound. Okay, I actually went to the store and I cashed it on I posted on Twitter, I'm done for the day, I'm out. And then in the last 30 minutes they ran it up. Now keep in mind the SPY and the QQQ are basically $500 stocks. They can move a point or 2 points in the blink of an eye, or one whole candle can be a point now, so it's going to get violent. Okay, but here's the 12 o'clock candle on the 5 minute chart. And we had posted on the yesterday that we were cashing out at 12:22. Yep. And on the Discord, I told everybody today at 2 o'clock, that it was taking the drop. How are we able to do these things? Because 12 o'clock yesterday, we cashed out, and that was near the high. How did we get away with that and avoid the dump? Okay. And I'm cashing out right there. That's from our Discord. And I put it on Twitter too, but it's okay. Twitter's kind of a popularity contest. We'll talk about that in a minute. But there's some good people I look up to on there, and we give them respect. Shout out to Ripster. And the 12 o'clock candle. Okay, well, it hit a peak, and I had taken the calls a couple times, and you can see my entries are circled here. And so when it starts chopping, I sold this one up in here, and then I went in again and put in a stop loss, and I got stopped out. Okay. But when it started chopping and it gave me this big red candle right there, I sold everything because I had other positions. And I told everybody I am cashing out for the day. Where is it at? Right there. I took all the money off the table to ensure that I stayed green for the rest of the day, and I didn't trade. I had a little bit of cash, and I just watched it happen. And we took a little reversal, which didn't work out, on a $17 bet or something. I like to bet. I'll bet on a dog crossing the street, but I'm not going to give them back all the money I just took. Okay, and so how are we able to do these things? Well, if you look at this zone, I said it was today. If it goes through this zone, it's going to drop like a rock right to 491. Well, 491 is the top of this zone. And this is the zone it was fighting through, and it didn't look like it was going to hold it. And so I got that zone from right here. And you can draw your own zones anywhere there's chop, okay? And you can see how they react. And you can see this one reacted right here, and it bounced back up off this zone, right? Okay, so we drew a zone there, and look what it did right there today, same spot. So the zones work, guys. And once you do this, you don't have to overcomplicate things, and you don't have to be a master of everything. But if you draw your own lines and zones, look at SMCI, and she's just holding our trend line like a boss. And we like to plot these target entries. Now patterns only work until they don't. So these are all different tools I'm sharing with you. They don't always work all the time. But JP Morgan had a pattern, and you can see it here, and it was retracing. It's easier to see on the 15 minute, but whatever. Okay. I draw the entries on the 15 minute like this. These are the entries. Doesn't have to come to our trend line. Okay. But patterns only work until they fail. And JP Morgan failed the pattern. Okay. This is a 1 hour chart. And so she failed the pattern, and then she rebounded after a couple months, and now she's climbed up above where the pattern failed. Okay. And she's flagging on the 1 hour, and she broke through the flag, and now she's failed again, but she's got a huge green candle. I don't think she's done. This is a typical pattern that you'll see at the end of a flag. They don't have to go straight up. at the end of a flag. But usually, when they reach the tip of the flag, is when we get the violence. Okay. And a very common pattern I saw as a stockbroker for 7 years was it would go up and fail, and then it goes legs up to the next higher level. And she is doing that. Let's look at the CVNA. We took that one and made some money a few times, and now she's back to target entry point again or something. And so you can see where I went in, where it's circled. And I had did a video on this Sunday night and said it was my number one pick for Monday, and we tagged him Monday right in here when she ran, and I posted on Twitter that we sold into that. And this is a riot post I gave them. Got kind of tired of people claiming credit for stuff after it happens, and that's like 90% of what you see on Twitter. They always put the rocket ship emojis on when something goes up, but they don't tell you before it happens. Well, I gave them right at $12, and there it is at 16. And when I said it was breaking out, it ran that day. Okay, I give you stuff before it happens, not after. Okay, and this is the Baxter flag. We like flags. Disney, we hit that one today, and we zoom out. Okay, this is a 15 minutes, so zoom out and you can see what's going on. You don't get faked out so much. But here's the spy puts, guys. Cashing out yesterday and avoiding the dump. I'm not a wizard. I just take profits. Okay, and people always tell you about the 400% and the rocket ship emojis. They never talk about their losses. Okay, just remember, they're selling you a business. My Discord's free. So why am I doing this? Because I got tired of the scammers, the millionaires, quote unquote millionaires, asking you for Bitcoin at 4 o'clock in the morning. They need $300 or $400 worth of Bitcoin as a bribe to get into the inner circle. Well, you got all the Lamborghinis and the tattoos and the Rolex and all that shit. Why do you need a bribe of $400 worth of Bitcoin? It's bullshit. You should report those people to federal law enforcement and the IRS and the SEC. And they're scammers. Okay, it's not all of them, but the ones asking you for Bitcoin at 3 o'clock in the morning, that guy's a scammer, right? I got tired of the bullshit. There is no secret system. There is no inner circle. It's like George Carlin said, it's a circle of friends, but you ain't in it, right? All the millionaires interviewing each other on YouTube. It's just a circle, a circle, jerk off circle. Okay. And you're not in the circle. Okay. And some of them know what they're doing and they put out good educational content, but then others slip into their fold and imitate them and ride their coattails off their success. And those are the ones you got to watch, right? So be careful who you follow. We want you to draw your own lines and your own zones on charts so that you don't need me and you don't need anybody. Okay. And I give the knowledge away for free because I got tired of the scammers. And here I am talking to one of my guys, telling him it's going below the zone. We got a free voice channel we just started. We're going to test that out. But I've been doing calls with people, live voice calls, and helping them at 10 or 11 o'clock at night for free. We do have a paid Discord. I told everybody not to use it, and there's nobody in there because I told them not to use it. We put everything in the chat live. And if you want to talk to me, you can call me or we can test out this voice room, which we just did. And we're not charging for it and we never will. The chat will always be free. Okay. Because I got tired of the scammers, guys. Okay. I'm sick of it. We'll give you the knowledge that you need for free so you don't have to listen to me or anyone else. And yeah, this is our Twitter page, and you can see who I'm following. And I got a handful of smart people I follow. Okay. But we waited for the chop to end today. Okay. That's the secret, is waiting. Waiting is the secret. Yes, we shared a whole screen, guys. You can do this. Okay. Don't listen to people that tell you that you can't do this. Okay. Here's the snow. We like the snow. Let's take a look at it before we end the video. Snow on the 15-minute has a big wick on this candle right here, and it stopped at this 224 zone, and it was chopping there before. Now she's had quite a run, but they can go as high as they want to. I mean, if you zoom out, zooming out is always the answer. She can go as high as she wants to. All right, good luck, guys. Go get their lunch money. I know you can.